Greetings and salutations, all. I.S. Anderson here once again, and I've been tagged again by Miss Brie Fauché to do a video. Yes, today I've been tagged to do the Tolkien tag. Now, I'll be honest, I'm not really a big Tolkien fan. I tried to read the books. I tried to read Fellowship of the Ring, and then I skipped all the way to the end, tried to read Return of the King, and I just couldn't get through him. I found his writing style to be just way too heavy-handed and just way too slow-paced and all that stuff. But I have seen all the movies. I've seen, all three Lord of the Rings movies. I've seen all three Hobbit movies. And I've also seen some of the cartoons based on the books. And I know I may seem like a big Tolkien fan. I know I talk about Game of Thrones a lot. I am into fantasy, and I write a story based on fantasy, though it's more contemporary modern fantasy. But still, I can understand why people would think that I'm a Tolkien fan, but actually I'm not really. I don't hate Tolkien. I respect the man. A lot of works are based on the Lord of the Rings trilogy, though he got most of that stuff from Norse mythology, but that's a story from a different time. But I will go ahead and do this tag and answer everything as honestly as I can. So the first question is, where does your Tolkien story begin? It actually starts in school, maybe about first or second or maybe third grade, around in there. They actually, teachers, they like to babysit kids sometimes, and sometimes they would plop us down in front of a TV in a dark room. And they would let us watch, these cartoon movies or whatever they thought they would like. And they actually showed us the animated features of The Hobbit. And I do remember enjoying it to an extent. I thought it was kind of weird how everything that the hobbits and the dwarves came across seemed to want to eat them. But I do basically remember enjoying it. Oh, and also, my school used to put on, back in elementary school, back in the day, the kids like to put on plays. The fourth and fifth graders would put on plays for all the kids, and one year they actually did the Hobbit story, and I have vague recollections of it. They actually got this big cardboard long trail paper dragon that they came out to, that the kids came out in, and it was basically one kid was in the head, and there was like a sheet draped over a whole bunch of other kids, and they kept them on the stage for what seemed like, I don't know, a pretty long time for the kids. But then they brought in the kid who played Aragorn, and he said, "Hey, I'll shoot an arrow at it," and and then the arrow kind of flies across, kind of hits one of the kids, and they all go, "Ugh," fall to the ground. Yeah, so that is my first exposure to Tolkien. Yeah, I guess it's kind of hard to talk about that play from my childhood with a straight face these days. Okay, so the next question is, what is your favorite book? Again, I didn't particularly care for the books. Too heavy-handed for me. Just the pacing was just way too slow for my taste. So I tried to read a couple of books, like I said, and it didn't work out. Sorry. Next question is, what was your favorite movie? You would think it's the Devastation of Smaug, because that's the one with the dragon in it, and that one was pretty cool. I do like that. But I still think my favorite one out of all of them would be The Return of the King. And apparently the Academy Awards thought that one was the best too. So, they gave it every award that actually existed. Usually I don't agree with anything that they choose, but yeah, I agree with them on that one. Yeah, I like that one the best. Do you prefer the movies or the books? Movies, obviously. Next question would be, who's your favorite character? Okay, that one's a little bit more difficult. My favorite character, I really like Gimli a lot. He's a comic relief character, but he still kicks ass at the same time, so it's great. I just love how him and Legolas, kind of work off each other, and, they keep score between each other and all that stuff. So, yeah, I think Gimli is probably my favorite character. Although I think Aragorn's pretty cool, too. What Middle-earth race would I be? I'd be an elf. They live the longest. They're the best looking. They're at one with nature. And so, yeah, I think the dwarves are cool. They do live underground, and they like to build stuff and all that stuff, and they kick ass. But, yeah, I think between, those two, I'd pick the elves. Okay, who's my favorite character / actor matchup? I don't know, that's hard to say. I thought they all pretty much did a really good job. No performance really disappointed me at all. I don't know, for some reason, every time I hear something like this, Viggo Mortensen as Aragorn kind of sticks out in my mind, so I'll just say him. Okay, so the next one is my favorite place in Middle-earth. That's a tough one because I go by the movies. I mean, they all look really cool in the movies. I guess some of them it would still kind of suck to live there, but still I could probably look around and go ooh at all of it all day. I guess Rivendell, home of the elves, looks like the prettiest place to live. They're out in the sunshine all day, and like I said, flowers and all that stuff, and it looks nice. So yeah, I'll say Rivendell. Okay, my favorite quote from The Lord of the Rings. Well, like I said, I didn't really read the books too well, so mostly I'm going on the movies. And I'm not really sure if any of these were in the books. I mean, a couple of them were, I'm sure, but I'll probably have to just give you a few of my most favorite quotes from the movies. Oh, nobody tosses a dwarf. Toss me. I cannot jump the distance. You have to toss me. Oh, don't tell the elf. That still only counts as one. All my years, I never thought I'd be dying next to an elf. How about dying alongside a friend? Aye, laddie, that I can do. And that is my Tolkien tag. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope I didn't butcher those quotes too much. Anyway, as always, comments below. My pertinent contact information down in the abyss. Please comment, rate, subscribe. You know the drill. And until next time, this is I.S. Anderson saying, nobody tosses a dwarf. Thank you very much. Have a good day.